everyone. Welcome back to Snack Chats with TLB. I'm Sarah, and today I'm here with Rachael Spadafora. Rachel, would you like to introduce yourself and just tell us about your role at TLB?
Yeah, so like Sarah said, I'm Rachael Spadafora, pronouns she, her, and I'm a lead dietitian with the company.
Yay. All right. So you also see clients, correct?
Yes.
Amazing. Okay. Well, first tell us what brought you to TLB in the first place. Give us
Yeah.
a little history.
Absolutely. So I started my career in California. I was working at a residential treatment center. Was there for about 2.5 years, learned some really valuable information, decided to make the transition to outpatient. And I have been working with Mendoza Nutrition for the past few years, and now I'll be transitioning to TLB.
Awesome. That's so exciting. What would you say are like some client populations that you typically work with? Like who's maybe like your ideal client, who'd be a really good fit for you?
Yeah. Um, I would say probably any eating disorder for the most
Mhm.
part. Anorexia, bulimia, binge eating. Um, Outside of that, I love helping people with like GI troubles,
Mhm.
distress, kind of dabble a little bit within like the sports nutrition,
Mhm.
have a background with dance. So I do love to help anyone who maybe was like a previous dancer, or is currently dancing.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And yeah, I would imagine there's a lot of nutrition considerations. And then too, just like support around like not only sports and like athleticism, but then just like, yeah, just support around being an athlete, what that means, and like maybe some pressure around that, I would
Yep.
imagine.
Oh, yes. Lots
Yeah,
of pressure.
yeah. Okay, awesome. Um, Cool. What about like client ages? Is there any like age range you specifically work with? You working with all ages?
Yeah, I mean, definitely open to working with all ages. But I
Mhm.
would say probably preference wise, I would do like 17 or older.
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. All right. And so if someone is going to be working with you, how would you describe like what a typical session with you looks like?
hmm One of my, I guess, like favorite things in working with clients, especially in the outpatient world, is that relational component.
Mhm.
Um, I really try to bring that into each session. So, usually, I like to begin each session kind of checking in with you, asking how your week was, maybe your day was. And then we can kind of get into the nitty-gritty, the fun nutrition things. But I just think it's so important to have that relational component. And so, definitely try to weave that as much as I can within my sessions.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like that's such a cool aspect of outpatient nutrition counseling is us getting to work with clients for a little bit more of an extended period of time and like really getting to know them and them kind of getting to know us and just like really having that relational component. It's so fun.
Yes, absolutely. I felt that wholeheartedly when I was in my internship in the hospital.
Mm.
Like I think that was the toughest thing for me was not having that relational piece.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. Nope. I totally feel the same way.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Awesome. What would you say drew you to this kind of work in the first place? So that could be the outpatient setting, which we have kind of touched on, but
hmm
whether that be the outpatient setting or like specifically eating disorders and that disordered eating and just like providing nutrition support in those realms.
hmm Yeah. Um, so my decision to kind of step into the nutrition field, so to speak, probably began around when I was age 23 or so. I was actually a dancer myself, as I think I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And so just in my own struggles and kind of navigating the pressures that came with that art sport, really kind of felt like alone at that time. And so I really wanted to help maybe others who are also struggling not feel so alone as well. And so I decided to go back to school. Interestingly, eating disorders weren't at the top of my list, even though I knew I was like before then had struggled with my relationship with food. Um, But just it's so organically and beautifully kind of came to fruition that that was the population that I really most wanted to work with in going through my internships and schooling.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I feel like even just like having a personal background, just in general with like nutrition stuff, it's so helpful. It helps us to kind of relate to what clients are sharing with us and yeah, just
Yes.
really understand on that like empathetic level.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Is there anything else that would be helpful for a potential client who might be working with you or someone who's already set up to work with you? Anything that would be helpful for them to know or what they can expect when working with you? Anything else that comes to mind?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely love to keep the care like individualized. So I definitely, um, how do I put this? Like to morph my sessions into making it feel most comfortable for whoever I'm with. And that's
Mhm.
definitely something I like to bring also in that first session of, yes, for me, the relationship is really important, but then also recognizing like what it is that my client needs, how might they want to kind of structure our sessions together. So that's really important to me is the relationship and then also like the individualized care as well.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Awesome. All right. Well, Rachel, we've gotten to know you a little bit as a provider, clinician,
Mhm.
dietitian. I want to learn a little bit about you outside of work. So, do you have any hobbies? What do you like to do when you're not counseling and providing some nutrition support?
Yeah. I would say I feel like I have many hobbies or I love to dabble in a lot of different things, try new things. But I would say my constant several things are I love reading, watching a new show, um, watching a new movie or any movie. I love being out in the sun. I do like being active in various ways, whether it would be like swimming, hiking, going on a walk. I am a big sports fan, so kind of depending on what season it is, I'm rooting for my team. So those are definitely probably my solid few that I always go towards.
Yes, so fun. Can I ask
Yeah.
your favorite book genre, if you have
Oh,
one?
I do. I do. And it's a psychological thriller.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's just, it keeps me interested just in terms of like, it's a page turner.
Yeah.
So I definitely am open to, of course, like other genres. If
Mhm.
anyone ever has recommendations, I'll take them and
Mhm.
I'll kind of like throw those in there in between the psychological thrillers because it is nice to mix it up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but you're like, just gonna relax with my psychological thriller
I
right
know.
now. No, I
I'm like,
love
this is how I unwind.
it. Oh man. What do you think you would be doing if you weren't a dietitian?
Ooh. I had a dream that I would be a sports reporter.
Hmm.
Yeah, again, love sports. I thought it would be really fun to kind of be on the sidelines. But in deciding whether it was like dietitian or sports reporting, I was like, I just have more of a heart, I think, for the nutrition side of things. And I can still be a sports fan and be a reporter to my friends and family, even though
There you
maybe they
go.
don't want to hear it sometimes.
I love it.
Yeah,
Awesome. Well, Rachel, thank you so much. It was so fun spending time with you today. If
of
anyone
course.
watching this has questions, wants to work with Rachel, all that information will comment below, or all the information to get started is listed in the description below. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone.